executive director of the American Conservative, Kurt Mills. Kurt, I see the announcement from Emirates that they're not going to fly to Dubai anymore. And you and I have long discussed my belief that Netanyahu wants to keep the Middle East in a state of ongoing war to stop emerging Muslim capital markets. Is this a sign that Netanyahu is achieving his objectives?
Sure. Yeah, I think it is definitely a sign that Netanyahu is getting what he wants on the American dime and with President Trump's support. I just think it's a question about why that's in the interest of President Trump and moreover, in the interest of the United States of America.
Yeah, what do you make of these recently leaked intel reports that tell us the new Ayatollah is both physically irreparably harmed and possibly gay?
I don't know. I can't speak to the sexual orientation of the new supreme leader of Iran. Don't know him. My basic view is it does smack of the stage 9 cancer that Vladimir Putin was alleged to have throughout all of the Ukraine war. So it's possible. I mean, look, the Taliban has a supreme leader that is quasi alive or has been speculated to be dead for years. They've done this. It's this part of the world. It's possible he's dead. I'm not sure it really matters. They've named him. My bet is that he is alive. He might have been injured in the attack. I don't really see, just from the outside looking in, why the regime would want to suffer the prestige blow of having another dead Khamenei. They could just appoint somebody else. They could have appointed a Khomeini, which was the original supreme leader, and had the sort of regime glamour of that. So I think odds on he's alive, and I wouldn't believe everything you read about the guy. I think it only serves to, say the Iranians are weak and pathetic, but yet also this great imminent threat that we need to take out.
Yeah, I mean, if we put a gay guy in charge of Iran, mission accomplished. I mean, that's how does it get any better than that?
What are we doing there?
What do you think, in all seriousness, that this regime looks like if the United States just suspends bombing in the coming days or weeks?
I think it looks like a regime in which its hardliners have won out, and in which the people who run that country, who wanted to tilt it to basically towards China and Russia and just ignore the United States, will have won out. I think that they may very well lunge for a bomb. I don't think they were going to lunge for a bomb before this, but they might go for it. Basically the North Korean option at this point. So I think it's not great. But I do think, if concretely here, President Trump could leave, he could declare victory. And, if the Iranians did try to lunge for a bomb, the U.S. could bomb the nuclear sites and not get involved with boots on the ground. I think there's still a lot of off ramps here if the U.S. wants to avoid Iraq Part 3.
Do you think that going forward, this regime will do more to dictate global energy markets or less if they stay in power?
Yeah, I mean, I think that Strait of Hormuz actually matters. I mean, as it turns out. So I think we've increased the Iranians' leverage over the global markets. And so I think this is not great. I think the president was getting poor advice. The fact that he said it today, he didn't expect them to hit the Gulf. I mean, I think they hit the Gulf a little harder than some people expected. Maybe they thought they would hit Israel more. But I mean, this was in all the policy planning and all the papers on all the research on this. I mean, of course they were going to hit the Gulf. They hate the Emiratis. I mean, they view the Emiratis as basically a vassal of Israel, and it seems like they're taking the opportunity to get the revenge. And I mean, it's going to hurt. I mean, look, contrary to 25 years ago, there's a lot more going on economically in this part of the world than just oil. These are bustling capitals. Even if you don't want to be in the Middle East, it's a huge thoroughfare to the rest of the world.
Yeah, and that's sort of why I think this is happening. I fundamentally believe that what you're seeing now is the point from Israel's standpoint. I think President Trump wants to stop Iran from bullying their neighbors and wants to stop them from getting a nuclear program. I don't know that that's what Israel cares about. I think they want a state of perpetual war. If the United States stops bombing, declares victory, and walks off the field, do you think the risk of civil war and sectarian violence is down precisely because the regime is effectively consolidated and maintained power?
No, I don't think civil war would happen now. Look, I don't know. I mean, this is far away. It's a country of 90 million people. But I think it's pretty clear if they survive the protest movements in January, if they survive all the sanctions that the administrations have put on them, I think they're probably going to survive. In a lot of ways, without the 88-year-old Ali Khamenei running the country anymore, they have a younger version, or at least they've replaced him effectively with a junta. The regime may be more nimble. And this is the whole sort of like tragedy of the Iran Hawk crusade. They may have strengthened the hardliners within their own system. It's why President Trump should stop listening to these people.
Kurt Mills, Executive Director of the American Conservative, will always listen to you. Thanks for coming on the program.
Thank you, Congressman.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.